My testing, my testing. Hello guys. Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me well. Yeah. And where's my spec? Yep. Alright, thanks Alvin's to drop by here to help. So yeah, let's begin the public seminars of today. Basically is live streamings to discuss about the SBP 2019 MF. So yeah, so the Alvin will be the moderator of today. So you make sure you all don't say anything rude and just be nice to each other. Yeah, Alvin was my ex-student last time. Yeah, he's from Singapore. So yeah, I'm so thankful he's purposely come here to help. So yeah, and I see some of my masterclass students also. You can see their names actually in different color. Yeah, thanks for my student to come here to join. Also, we have about 124 students here. Yeah, so happy all of you are here. So yeah, just do not want to waste your time. So let's begin here. So yeah, because I put a poll in my community tab over there. Ask you like which paper you want, paper 1 or 2. Yeah, about 60% of students vote about paper 1. So this is the reason why today we discuss paper 1. And then by the way, the next Thursday we will go to the modern math. And then next, after the modern math, we will go back to the SBP paper 2. Alright, so yeah, let's begin. Can I rewatch this video after live? Yes. All my live streaming will be saved automatically in my YouTube channel. You can rewatch it maybe like few hours after my live streaming. So you don't need to worry, but of course as a teacher I will encourage you to come to join live so that if you have any question you can always ask me on the spot. But of course if you are not free, you want to watch the replay, yeah, you can always do that, no problem. Alright, so yeah, let's begin. Alright, so let's start with the very first questions here. It's very easy. They says given an arithmetic progression with the first term is 36 and common difference is -4. They ask you to find the number of term is sum of the all terms is 0. So over here, this kind of question actually is very straightforward. They just tell you, oh, A is equals to 36, and they tell you D is equals to -4, and then they ask you, they also tell you sum of all the n term over here is Sn will equals to 0. So what we want to do right now is, first thing is you have to ask yourself, is this one an AP or GP? Because if you see common difference, you doesn't see common ratio, at least you know this is AP. Because AP and GP both will have the different Sn formula here. Okay, so since this is AP, then I will use the Sn formula, which is given at the formula list there, which is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Alright, I will use this formula. Of course, in the exam, you don't need to write out this formula. Just because of this live streaming, I want you to understand it better. So I actually write out the formula for you. So therefore, I know Sn equals 0. What I will do is, my n is unknown, so I will just leave there. 2a is 36 plus n minus 1. My d is -4 is equals to 0. Then what I want to do right now is, yeah, I will just solve this equation. The -4 here is multiply n minus 1. Must be very careful. The whole thing I will cancel, basically move to the other side. Like 0 divide m over 2, you still get 0, so it doesn't matter. This one is 72. This one is, then you will have plus minus 4n plus 4 equals to 0. So 4n will equals to 76. Then n will equals to 19. Yeah, like this, I can easily get my n value here. Am I the one who can't see very clear? I am not sure. Actually, I also find the connection is a bit not so good here as well. But can other students here see clear here? Normal letters. Oh my god, I put ultra low. Just give me a yeah, maybe do not. Oh yeah, should be fine, right? Yeah, maybe it's about your internet connections. Yeah, if you can't see like very clear, no worry. Maybe your internet connection cannot support live here. So what you can do is you can watch uh the playback after this. Yeah, because so far because I put the ultra low latency so that when you type the message I can like see your message is about like 10 seconds after you type. Because if I make the quality better a little bit, then maybe after you type the message like 30 seconds or after 1 minute only I read the message. But that's not the point of live, isn't it? But live I trying to answer as many questions as possible. Here is anything you cannot understand from me. Alright, so yeah, the formula is given for Sn, so you don't need to worry so much. Yeah, if some students know how to fix it, please help me out. I'm so thankful for that. Alright, so I will move on to the next one. Alright, this is like quite straightforward. If you learn about the quadratic inequality, you should know whenever you have something like this, they ask about the shaded region of both of these sides. It's quite straightforward. It's basically a is less or equals to x will be less or equals to a, or x will be bigger or equals to b. But then because here they actually add in something else, which is the dot here. If you see carefully, they have two dots for -1/2 and 2 here. So that if the dot is a full dot, then you have the equal sign. If the dot here is like empty dot like this, then you shouldn't have the equal sign. You just like less than or bigger. Okay, you must be very careful to see the things like here. So this one is quite straightforward. It's just x is less or equals to -1/2, x is bigger or equals to 2. Alright, if you do not know what is going on here, I will ask you to go to watch my video about quadratic inequality. Okay, if you like totally lost for question number 2, because this 2 mark is a bonus mark. Just as long as if you can understand this one, you should be able to do this one really fast. Alright, then we will go to the number 3 here. So a set of data consists of 12, -1, So basically, first thing is I want to know what is my total number of data we have it here. So which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically, I have total of 10 data here. So n will equal to 10. So if I want to find a mean, it's sum of x over n, isn't it? This is a formula for mean. So basically, you need to plus all the number you can. Of course, the p you cannot plus, but the rest of it should be fine. So I will just like 12 plus -1, and then plus 8 plus 2, okay, plus -10. Or you can straight away write -10 if you want, plus 0, no need, or plus -7, and then plus 3, plus 20, and then plus -1. Okay, so I should get all the number add together. I will have 26 plus p over 10 equals to the mean here. Yeah, done. Basically, there's no, yeah, we cannot go further. So we done the part A here. Alright, so yeah, I'm using the Wacom Cintiq. I'm not using the iPad Pro. Yeah, just the last time when I have the live streaming with the Wei Chen Nian, actually I use the iPad Pro, but I prefer my Wacom tablets. But on that day I have some technical problem, so that I cannot use my Wacom tablets. Yeah, because for the Wacom tablet you can see a very tiny mouse cursor here, so that at least you know which part actually I'm pointing at. Alright, so let's move on to number 2. They tell us that if p equals to -4, find the value of range. So how are we going to find range? Just remember, range for ungrouped data. When I say ungrouped data, mean you doesn't see frequency, alright? When range for ungrouped data, just use the maximum value minus the minimum value. Or sometimes I would say use the highest value minus the smallest value. So over here, p is negative 4. So the whole number here is negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. Okay, so for this 10 number here, which number is bigger? So the biggest, what I can see should be 20. So I write 20. Which one is the smallest one? Smallest one should be negative 7, isn't it? Or negative 10, sorry. So the negative 10 will be smaller, so it will be minus smallest. So the range will be 30. Just like this. It's just 1 mark. It's just test how much you understand about range only. Yeah, if for whoever like do not know where to get the paper, you just go to Google and search for like SBP 2019 MF. You should see a lot of link and provide you the paper to download easily. Just in case if you really cannot get, maybe yeah, I can share after this live streaming if you really need this paper. Yeah, nowadays you can go to Google it, you can get it like easily. Alright, so let's move on to number 4. Yeah, you just go to type state paper 2019. I believe you should have about 8 to 10 stage over there. Yeah. Alright, so number 4 here is given that n and 6 minus n are the root of the quadratic equation. So then they ask you to find p and n here. So basically what I want to do right now is what I want to do right now is I want to form 2 equations. The easiest one for the root thing is I will form one equation by using the sum of root, and then I will form another equation using the product of root. So the sum of root will equals to negative b over a, which is negative p. Okay, and then product of root will be c over a, which is 9. Because my a right now is 1, so it's actually quite straightforward. Okay, so yeah, my root here is like n and 6 minus n, right? So sum means what? Sum basically means plus both of the root, isn't it? So basically mean n plus 6 minus n will equals to negative p. Alright, so yeah, then I will get my p equals to negative 6. Then product of root tell me, oh, n multiply 6 minus n. This is the meaning of product, isn't it? Equals to 9. Then I will have 6n minus n squared equals to 9. Then I should have n squared minus 6n plus 9 equals to 0. And then I factorize it. It should be n minus 3 squared. Then n equals to 3. Alright, just like that, I can easily get my p and n there. And I thanks for people who trying to help me to share the link for a student to get this paper. Alright, so yeah, number 4 is very easy. So maybe for those questions is harder, maybe I will spend more time. But like this kind of like bonus mark question, I will just like do as fast as possible. Your answer is different from the answer given by the book. So, really? Number 2? Let me see. I hope the number 2 I doesn't make any mistake here. Yeah, because I haven't do finish. Thanks for the Chua Jia Yuan for telling me. Yeah, because this is not yet the quadratic inequality. Yeah, I kind of need to form the equation, isn't it? So yeah, I haven't finished it. Okay, so in order to get this answer, we should know this one is 2 I move to the other side is 2x, and then this one minus 1 I move to the other side become plus 1. And then the other one should be x minus 2. Okay, and then whenever I want to make the quadratic inequality go both sides, then I will make it bigger or equals to 0. Alright, then what I want to do next is I will just expand it. So I should have something like 2x squared. 2x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2 bigger or equals to 0. Then I should have 2x squared minus x minus 2 bigger or equal to 0. Yeah, I believe this one is the final answer, isn't it? Yeah, if anyone have the answer, yeah, you can help me to check it out. Yeah, I believe this one should be the answer, unless I make any carrot mistake again, or else I believe, yeah, this one should be the answer here. not become 4x? How are you going to get 4x here? Yeah, I don't see any 4x here. Multiply wrongly? Seriously? Uh, oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for that. At least I know all of you are not sleeping. Yeah. Y'all pay like full attention, and then I'm so happy like all of you are so good in multiplication, even better than me. Alright, so yeah, so I believe that one should be the answer, right? Don't tell me I'm wrong again. Then I will be a little bit ashamed as your MF teacher. I can't even do the multiplication correctly. But anyways, if no problem, then we move on to question number 5. Because we only have 2 hours and then we have 25 questions I want to go through. It's like, it's not an easy thing for me. But I still prefer to discuss the paper 1 more than paper 2. Because paper 2 for MF have a lot of long questions here. So yeah, even more tiring. Paper 1 normally some questions is quite straightforward. Alright, so the straight line PR is a tangent to the curve. Alright, so yeah, for tangent actually it's very easy. I tell my student like tangent always follow in order to get the equation of tangent. If you have any notebook together with you, copy down these 3 steps. First step, do dy dx. Second step, sub the x value into dy dx. Third step, form the linear equation. Y minus y1 equals to m, x minus x1. But because this is equation of tangent, right, the m will be gradient of tangent here. How to get the gradient of tangent? Basically, after you sub your x value into dy dx, you are getting the gradient of tangent. Okay, so you just follow this step. Alright, so what I want to do right now is, yeah, first step I do the dy dx, isn't it? So you see how I do the dy dx. So I'm going to differentiate this one, but before differentiate, I prefer changing it into the index form first. Alright, power move to the front, which is negative a. And then copy whatever you have inside the bracket, minus 1, which is minus 3. Differentiate inside the bracket, right at the back here, which is 3 here. So I should have about negative 24 over 3x minus 2 power of 3. So second step, I need to sub my x value into this dy dx here. So my x value, I will check, oh, what's my x here? My x will be 1, so it's quite straightforward. So I sub x equals to 1 into here. I should have negative 24 over 3 minus 2's cube, which is 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 cube is still 1. Alright, then I got this one. You should know negative 24, it will be a gradient of tangent here. So which is y minus, my y coordinate will be my y1 and x1 here. So y minus 4 equals to negative 24. And then here should be x minus 1. Alright, then we should be able to get the answer really quick. So this is plus 24 plus 28. Okay, but for a question like this, I will try to avoid I make the human mistake, right? Because yeah, everyone make mistakes. So if you have the calculator like this, so what you can do is you go into the ddx featured here, and then insert the whole y equation here. Your y is what? 4 over, put the bracket first, 3x minus 2. Right, because I want to know after my dy dx, I sub the x equals to 1 into my dy dx. And then I forget the square here. Oh my god, I forget the square here. Okay, so the calculator should tell me my answer is negative 24. If the calculator doesn't tell me negative 24, basically means something wrong here. Yes, you see, I get negative 24. So that I know my differentiation is correct. And then second, I know after I sub the x value into that, I will get the correct answer. Yeah, because right now x equals to 1, so it's quite obvious your answer is correct. But sometimes x can be like 3 over 2, 1.5. Then it might take you some time to calculate. So yeah, you have the advanced calculator, always use it to double check your answer, which is I think is very important. We no need to celebrate Chinese New Year. Yeah, because I heard the SBM is just right after the Chinese New Year, right? Yeah, it's a bit stressful for some Chinese student. Okay, so let's move on to question number 6 here. So the diagram 3 actually show the curve. So you should see a curve gx and the straight line fx here, and then they intersect at the point P and Q here. And then area M is a region powered by the straight line and a curve. So you want to find which part actually is like surrounded by the straight line and the curve. Very obvious, right? So it will be here. Alright, so yeah. So they asked me to shade the area M. Maybe I can write an M here to represent, okay, this is the area I want. And then they ask you to use using definite integral, write an expression to represent this area. So I mean, if you do integration, how are you going to find the area of shaded region here? It's quite straightforward, right? I will integrate the straight line fx from A to B minus, I will integrate the curve gx. Why? Of course, I need to write dx here. Because if I integrate the gx, right, I'm actually getting the area under the curve. But when I integrate this straight line, right, I'm getting the whole area here. So you just imagine if I use the whole trapezium area there, I minus the area under the curve, then I will get the blue color shaded area M, isn't it? So basically this is the logic of it. So yeah, you kind of need to know how to write this one out, because even the other asks you to write here, if you want to integrate yourself, you should know you need to integrate the straight line minus you integrate the curve. Yeah, you should know that. I hope you do. Okay, number 7 here. Alright, then this one is another integration, and then they ask you to find the value of P. Quite straightforward, but if you're trying to integrate the whole fraction without simplifying it, which is not possible. So therefore, whenever you see the integration, remember, we don't have the so-called quotient rule for integration. So, I mean, in SPM, definitely you go to STPM, you will learn some methods to integrate this one without needed to simplify it. But then in SPM, we always need to simplify it. So, yeah, so this is how I simplify. Whenever I have a fraction like this, I will just split them to left and right. So I do something like px5 over x power 4 plus ax squared over x power 4. And then 1 to 4, I just copy. Dx, I will copy. The whole other thing, I just copy here. Alright, then x and x I cut. So I integrate px only. 1 to 4. This one I will simplify. I get an x squared at the bottom. So I change it into the index form called x negative 2, isn't it? Alright, then I can start to integrate after I simplify. So this is what I mean by simplify. Do not integrate the whole thing together, and then you might make a lot of mistakes if you find out some way to integrate. Yeah, there's high possible you will do something wrong there. Alright, so right now power plus 1 divided by total power. This one power plus 1 divided by total power, and then no need to plus c because I have the number from 1 to 4 here, and then this is 2p minus 5. Alright, then I sub the 4 into here, which is 16 divided by 2 is 8p plus, yeah, there's minus 1, so this one become minus 8 over 4, which is 2. Yeah, you can type in your calculator, right? So, yeah, here I'm just a bit lazy, so I straight away like do like this. But of course in the exam, just type in the calculator. Alright, so yeah, and minus 8 here. Yeah, equals to 2p minus 5 here. Alright, so yeah, then what I want to do next is I minus them. 8 minus 0.5, I get 7.5. 7.5p. Solve this to negative 2 plus 8, which is minus 6, equals to 2p minus 5. So I should have, it's plus 6. Alright, so it's move the plus 6 will be minus 6. So negative 11 equals to 5.5p. So p equals to negative 2. Right, so yeah, this is some step by step here. So, oh my god, I love your mind. Yeah, thanks. I also love my own mind. So you see, when I record the video, my sounds actually is like, my voice actually sounds so professional. Yeah, it's because of the mic itself. It's not because I have a professional voice. How to type in a calculator? Alright, this one you can't type in the calculator. One reason is because you have the unknown p here. If you don't have the unknown P, maybe you can type in the calculator, but whenever you have the unknown P, you cannot type this one in the calculator. Alright, so yeah, it's a bit bad, but yeah, it is what it is. Alright, this one, I would say this one is a little bit K, but I'm not sure like how good you understand about inverse function, and I also not sure how good you understand about this topic, because if you are 2020 which is KSSM student, you will learn about this part. But if you are KBSM, maybe you are not so familiar with the inverse function. I mean, how to draw the inverse function. I know you definitely know how to find the inverse function equation. But then, yeah, this part is actually, you need some understanding. First is how to understand this one is, normally what I will do is, I always will let something like f negative power of negative 1 equals to something else. Let's say I make it equals to x. Why I will do x? Because I see fx, isn't it? So you just understand, if I move the f inverse to the other side, I'm actually getting fx, isn't it? Okay, fx equals to 0 means what? Means y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 means what? Means x-axis, isn't it? So therefore, what is my x-axis value? This line passing through the x-intercept will be m. Answer equals to m. Alright, so yeah, I hope you can understand. Alright, the second part is about, ask you to sketch a graph for f inverse. Okay, this one you kind of need to understand some basic concept here. Okay, if I have the graph like this, I just randomly, if my fx will look like this. Okay, if I want to draw the f inverse, right, it will always reflect at the line y equals to x. It will always reflects at this line here, y equals to x. Alright, so if you learn about transformation, right, so I believe you understand the idea of reflection. So basically you have a one line which is exactly the same. Yeah, this one will be my f inverse. So it will be reflection. Basically, if this is 2 here, then it will pass by the 2 here. Okay, because it is reflection there. Okay, so right now, if you understand about reflection, so I'm going to draw a line like this. Y equals to x. Alright, then I want to do a reflection. So first thing I ask myself, okay, is m here, he going to reflection go to the m on the y-axis, right? The m at the x-axis going to reflect to the m at the y-axis. And then the n at the y-axis going to reflect to the n at the x-axis. Then I will just draw the line like this. Okay, so this one will be my line. Definitely it's very hard for me to draw here. I'm not the artist, but let's use some line function here. Yeah, because I'm the normal people, so where's my line? Yep, I found my line. So I'm going to draw a line like this here. Please let me adjust my line. Make it perfectly touch. Oh shit. Okay, I want to move this one a little bit. I want to move this one a little bit. Yes, nice. Okay, so this line will be your f inverse. Can you understand? Okay, so there's few things going on here for reflection line. First is always reflection at this line, y equals to x. Yeah, I see some students do not understand, so let me just go slightly further in a bit to make you understand. Okay, so let's say I have a straight line. I give myself some straight line of, okay, something like this, 2a. Okay, then this line, I want to do a refraction at the line y equals to x, because this is fixed already, man. This y equals to x is a fixed already. You won't reflect at any other line. It's only one line. So you just imagine, now you have this coordinate 0, 2. So if you want to do a reflection at the line y equals to x, where will it be? It will be somewhere here, isn't it? So this line will go to 2 here. which is reflection. So the 8, 0 reflection will go into the here, isn't it? 0, 8. So therefore, you have a line look like this. Okay, so if this is fx, this is f inverse. Okay, because it's reflection at the line y equals to x, this one make it like 2, 0 will become 0, 2, or 8, 0 will become 0, 8. Okay, so yeah. So basically this is what it is. So if you want to understand further about this thing, I have a whole video for IGCSE students, because last time the reflection line is not so much in SPM. You just go to my YouTube channel and then you search for the IGCSE function for domain and range. Yeah, maybe I type here IGCSE function video. I'm not sure the whole name already because I make the video like many years ago. So, but I do explain about how everything works here, because I understand suddenly introduce you a new concept some students might find a bit struggling, but you just remember it always reflect at the line y equals to x, so you're just trying to draw out the reflection line, that's all, just 1 mark. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Yeah, I see some students use a very nice emoji, because recently I want to draw a new emoji for my masterclass. So yeah, maybe I can copy the idea. I show you some emoji I draw myself. This one I draw myself for mind blowing. Yeah, it's kind of fun. So yeah, when I have the more members subscribe to my masterclass, YouTube actually allowed me to draw more emoji myself. So I think I can draw another 6 more. So whenever I have time, I will just draw more emoji. Even though my drawing skill is like super bad, but it's fine. It's still fun to do something, create something myself. Right. So okay, so a sales representative for the health product supplier is paid monthly salary plus a bonus of 4.5% if the sales exceeding of 12,000. So given that fx is x minus 12,000, represents the amount of the sales for bonus purpose. Okay, and then gx is represent the bonus he get. Okay, basically it's something like this. So if today, let's say I give you some example. If today I only do the sales for 13,000, so I doesn't get the 4.5% for whole 13,000, because the sentence say if my sales exceeds 12,000. So basically over here the minimum gap here is like 12,000. So I need to minus about 12,000 here. So I have about 1,000. So my 4.5% will only based on this 1,000. So basically I will get about 1,000 multiply 4.5% is 0.045. So yeah, I will get the bonus, which is 45 ringgit only. Yeah, if my sales hit about 13,000, I only get the bonus about 45 ringgit. Okay, so the very important idea is you need to minus about 12,000. So this is the reason why they give you an fx equation like this. They tell you x minus 12,000 because of what? So x will be the value you will the value of your sales here. So after you minus 12,000, you will get the amount you want to use it to get the bonus, like the amount you want to use it to multiply 4.5%. Alright, I hope you get it. So therefore, gx is like quite straightforward. So gx is like, okay, if today the amounts after I do the x minus 12,000, the amount is 10,000, I use 10,000 minus 4.5%. So they already convert the 4.5% into decimal. So this is the reason is you get 0.045x. So this one actually represented by 4.5%. You just use the 4.5 divided by 100. You should get this one easily. Okay, part A. Determines the amounts of bonus if the sales for the month is 25,000. So you get a bonus. A lot of students will make a common mistake like use the or straight away insert the 25,000 into the X here, and then you realize you got the wrong answer. Like what I say, it has the minimum gaps of 12,000. So you use the 25,000 minus about 12,000. So I will get 13,000. So I will do G 13,000 here, which is 0.045 multiplied with the 13,000. Alright then, yeah, times 0.045. Okay, so yeah, I will get a bonus 585. Yep, basically if that month I can hit about 25,000, the company going to pay me extra 585 here. Sir, can you make a video about composite function, please? I have few video about composite function already in my channel. You go search this out first. If still cannot understand, then you can approach me again. So what's your prediction for level of toughness for SBM 2020? It's very hard to say, but if I am the teacher who come out with the paper, I don't think I will make this year paper like super hard. Because like for most of the Form 5 students, I believe maybe you enter to the school is about 2 to 3 months for the whole year. And then most of the time you guys are learning online. I mean next year, 2021. So yeah, and then most of the time you learn online. I'm not sure how good is an online teacher, but yeah, I think I will not make the paper super hard. Unless I want most of the SBM students fail, then maybe. So I think this year, I mean the coming exam on the March should be not that hard based on some common sense. Unless yeah, the teacher loves to challenge you, then very hard to say. So when will you do the live for 2020? For 2020 paper right now I do for my masterclass student first. Yeah, so for the public one I will discuss 2019 first. Unless I finish about 2019, then maybe I will repeat again about 2020, but not less likely I will do that. Unless specific paper have a lot of requests, then maybe I will discuss again. Alright, so yeah, if you have any video requests, you can go to my Discord over there, yeah, to insert your request. So let's move on here. Okay, for B, they ask you to do the amount of bonus he or she can get by can be represented by a composite function. So basically you want to calculate the amount he can get, right? So like what I say is the sales you get here, you need to minus 12,000 first, then only you multiply the 4.5%. So therefore, you want to do the fx first, then only you do the gx. So in composite function, everything I want to do first, I write at the back here. So this is gfx. Because this one represent I want to do this one first, then I only do the gx. So yeah, so therefore, they ask about function, so I kind of need to write the whole equation here. So which is 0.045. I substitute fx into here, which is x minus 12,000. Okay, so can you make a video on Singapore O-level MF papers? Yeah, depend. Do I have the Singapore paper or not? Yeah, because according to what Elvin told me, it's not easy to get their paper. So yeah, if you have some extra time, I only will discuss for Singapore one, because right now in my channel most of the students is the SPM student, so I will focus on SPM first. Yeah, I would say question number 9 is a little bit confusing. So yeah, you kind of need to know how the commission work. So what is the base, why he need to minus 12,000, and then after minus 12,000 already, why the amount need to multiply 4.5%. You kind of need to understand yeah, if you ever to work the part-time before for sales or promoter, yeah, you should know, yeah, this is how it's work in real life. But if you never do any part-time before, maybe it's a bit hard for you to understand it. Yeah, this live streaming will be recorded, so no need to worry. Number 10. Alright, so okay, we have a table. So this one is a group data, and then for the yeah, it's an MF test here. So over here, they ask you to state the mode mark. I would say this one is a little bit K-but here, even though it seems a bit easy here, because normally they will ask us to do the modal class. This is quite easy, right? We look for highest frequency one, which is this one, 40 to 49. But over here, they ask about mode mark. They want a specific mark, and we know that if you want to find a mark for mode, so basically what we want to do is something like this. So if I have something like this, I have the 3 bar here. So normally what we will do is we will from one vertex here connect to another vertex, and then we will from the other vertex connect to here. And then do you see the intersection? This intersection here will be my mode mark. Okay, but over here you don't have any histogram, so you only have a table. So for me, I like wondering for quite a while how to find, but then I find out something quite interesting, because I know this one will be the highest frequency. So, and then I realized both of the frequency, both of the histogram, if I draw the histogram, right, both bar beside my 40 to 49 is the same number. Same number means what? You just imagine if both of these one is the same one, like same height here, then the way I connect will be slightly different. Then I'll connect like this. Then therefore I know my mode over here will be my midpoint, isn't it? So therefore this one mark basically is 40 plus 49 divided by 2, which is 44.5. Alright, this is how yeah, you do the 1 mark question. You kind of need to understand what is going on here. Yeah, we are not really look for median, but yeah, this is how you need to find. But I believe if in the exam they ask you to find a mode mark, they definitely will give you both frequency beside the modal class will be the same here. Then only possible to find the mode mark without needed to draw the histogram. Or else normally they will ask you to find the mode mark for the histogram, and then they will ask you to draw the histogram, then only find the mode. Alright, but a little bit tricky lah. I would say it's a little bit tricky. But yeah, do carefully here. Okay, then Mr. Idra, the subject's teacher intend to give rewards to the best 25 student, and then determines the minimum marks should be obtained by the student in order to for them to receive the award. Okay, because this is best 25%. Because a lot of students, when they see 25%, they say, oh, this is Q1. Then you got wrong. Because Q1 is the lowest 25%. Because Q1 start calculate from the 0 frequency until the first quarter. So therefore, the best 25% is actually means the top 25%. So it should be the third quarter, which is Q3. Okay, so you must be very careful, because some students see 25%, they are so happy, they straight away do Q1 and then they got wrong. Okay, which is Q3. So in order to do Q3 here, I want to know what is my total frequency first. Then I'll plus all the frequency given here. 16 plus 5. So the total frequency will be 60. So therefore, I want to find which class will be my third quarter. So therefore, I will do the 3 over 4 n. So which is 3 over 4 multiply 60. Then which is 45. Alright, that means I know my third quarter fall at the 45 student here. So what I want to do is I want to see where's the 45. Then I will just kind of plus some number here, just a random one. I estimate my cell using my brain, okay? Okay, now it's about 39 when I plus until 10. So until here is about 39. So I know the 40, 41, 42 until 45 should fall in these classes. So these classes will be my Q3 classes. Okay, so if you understand so far here, then what I want to do right now is I will use the Q3 formula here. First, I want to do a lower boundary of the Q3, and then plus 3 over 4n minus cumulative frequency of Q3, and then frequency of Q3 over class size. Okay, this is the whole thing I want to find here. Okay, so first one is, what's the lower bound here? So it will be 59.5, isn't it? And then 3 over 4 multiply 60 we just did, which is 45, isn't it? Minus capital F means what? Cumulative frequency before the Q3 classes. Basically, you need to cumulate, you need to plus all the frequency here before the median, before the Q3 classes, which is 39. I just did it just now. Over this one will be the frequency of the Q3, which is 60. And then C will be the class size. Okay, class size, basically you cannot use 69 minus 60. Upper bound minus lower bound. So upper bound minus lower bound basically is 69.5 minus 59.5, which is 10. Alright, so yeah, then you will get the answer here. So yeah, when I type in the calculator, depending how you want to type, I'm a lazy person, so I will straight away do like this. Yeah, 45 minus 39, I know is 6 over 10. Oh, 16, not 10. Over 16, multiply 10. Then only I plus 59.5. Alright. So, yeah, the minimum mark should be 63.25. How to join the master class? Yeah, I actually share the link at the description of this live streaming. Yeah, you just go to the description. There you should see a link and then click the join button and look for the MF SPM. It's about 14 ringgit per month. Yeah, anyone can join. So 25% is 15 students. So why not Q1? I'm confused. Okay, when we talk about like top 25%, right? We doesn't calculate number of students, because you just imagine, if this one is the cumulative frequency, so the maximum will be 60, right? So the top 25% will be here. So if you have an ogive here, in order to get the score for this one, this is your Q3 value. So in order to find the Q3 value here, you must get the 45. I understand the 25% means 15 students. But at the frequency world here, if you do if you do about 15 students here, it means you trying to find the value here, which is the Q1 value, because the 15 here like automatically represents the lowest 25%. But if you want the top 25%, you kind of need to look for the frequency 45 here. If you look for the frequency 15 here, automatically means you want to find Q1. Even though I understand the number of students actually here means like 15 students, but it doesn't help at all. Because I give you some example. So if I only want 10 students, then if you say, okay, then 10 students can be like first 10, second 10, third 10, then I have 6 group, isn't it? So how do I know like which 10 student I take? So normally we will decide which 10 student we want to take based on the frequency. Like, because we want to know is a 31st student, or we want to know is like 41st student. So therefore, we will see the frequency actually represent which student we want to start calculate from there. So over here, I will just advise you for a topic like this, don't care about number of students, because number of students doesn't help you to understand this kind of question better. So you better understand better about frequency lah. I'm not sure the way I explain can make you understand or not, but I hope I do. Teacher, if the frequency for the class 30 to 39 and 50 to 59 is not the same, then how to find the mode mark? If the mode is 40. Yeah, if they are not the same, you want to find the mode mark, you need to draw out the histogram. And then you cannot sketch out the histogram like what I did just now. You kind of need the real graph paper. And then you draw the histogram at your graph paper over there. And then you do the cross and then find the intersection point. Yeah, but I don't think it will happen in your exam if like both sides the frequency is not the same. So yeah, there's of course you can estimate, but there's no point to do the estimation if the I mean the mark you get actually is like quite different. So I don't think they will come out not the same one. So far I never see 90% or 80%. They must follow the quartile. Like 25, 50, 25%, 50%, 75%. I never see any other number. Of course, when I teach other syllabus like IGCSE, they have like 60 percentile. Then that one is a whole different thing here. But in SBM, no, I never see the question like that. Alright, so yeah, it's good for me to chill for a while. Okay, we break for 2 minutes. Yeah, whoever want to have some toilet break or you want to go to drink some water or you want to run around in your room, yeah, you can always do that. So can I know which paper are we going to discuss in the master class this week? I haven't decided yet, but I will just pick some. Yeah, I believe last live streaming, last master class, we actually discussed like which paper we want to discuss, right? Because I believe got one student actually recommends like one of the paper. I think it's SBP 2020, isn't it? I'm not sure really. I want to rewatch back my last master class and then yeah, we will just discuss that paper. I will announce tomorrow at the community tab there. Yeah, for all the students, if you want to get any info here, I will post the detail at my YouTube community tab. Yeah, you always can go there to check for latest info. Yeah. Yeah, I will post into my Facebook page also. If anyone haven't followed, you can just check it out. Y equals mx+c Facebook page. Teacher will upload the video or discuss. Yeah, if I discuss the Patu Pahat paper, really definitely I will upload here. Never mind, I bring my phone to toilet. How about if the question is Q4? Or I don't think they will ask about fourth quarter because fourth quarter basically means the highest one already, right? So normally they will only ask Q1, median, or Q3. Or if they want to combine Q1 and Q3, then they will ask about interquartile range here. Oh, so the Jocelyn recommend to discuss Johor paper. Alright, then we will discuss Johor paper for master class this week. No worry. But Johor paper we have quite a lot of paper, right? Yeah, maybe I go to PM the Jocelyn see like which because I believe Johor got some Kota Tinggi paper and then they have Batu Pahat paper. Yeah, they have few different paper for Johor. Okay, never mind. I will go check it out and maybe I will go find the Jocelyn and ask her about that. Or I will do another word for you as well, maybe. Alright, so let's continue. 11. Okay, linear law. They ask you to find the value of k and then find value express h in terms of p here. So it's quite easy. Okay, so first thing is I check my y-axis and x-axis, or I check my vertical axis or horizontal axis here. So what happened is I want to have xy, but here I don't have xy, doesn't it? So what I want to do here is I want to make it have the xy. Then we will multiply x for the whole equation. I multiply x for first one, second one, and third one. Then I will get xy equal to hx squared over p plus k. Because x and x I simplified already, so I plus k. Then I almost got this one already. So if I see carefully like this, I realize, oh, this is linear already. This is y, this is m, this is x, this is c. So therefore, oh, what's the meaning of c? C is k, isn't it? C means vertical intercept. So what's my vertical intercept? 17, isn't it? K equals to 17. Okay. Then they want me to express h in terms of p. Then I kind of know I need to do with the gradient. And then we have a formula for gradient, isn't it? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is 0, 17. So what I want to do is I will say, oh, h over p, which is the gradient, should be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this one should be 12 over negative 3 with negative 4. Alright, then I move my p here. Negative 4p. Done. 3 mark. So how to identify the Q1 and Q3? A little bit confused. Okay, so basically Q1 means they ask about the first quarter. So depends, like just now, because the mark itself, we actually from the lowest mark to the highest mark, isn't it? So if the question asks about the 25% who failed the math, basically we calculate from the lowest to highest, isn't it? So the student who passed the exam basically is the lowest 25%, then it look for Q1. So I won't say there's a definite explanation for Q1 and Q3. Basically you go to Google, it definitely it have. But then what I want you to understand is depend what kind of frequency they give you. Because the frequency can be mark, the frequency can be weight or human height, or some point you play the games. Yeah, it can be anything for your frequency there. And then yeah, you just need to understand Q1 basically is the lowest 25%, Q2 medium will be middle value, Q3 will be the highest 25%, and lowest or highest based on the different value you have. Teacher, for which papers is most difficult? It's very hard to say. Every year we'll have different paper. Sometimes the Melaka or Negeri Sembilan one also quite hard. But sometimes the MRSM is very hard. Sometimes Johor paper also quite hard. So it's very hard to say. So if our basics still quite bad, like exam C plus to B, would you recommend to do past year? Yeah, if you don't have so much confidence, I will ask you to go for the past year paper first, because past year paper is a lot easier than the state paper. Alright, so the modern math, you will discuss the paper 1 this year. Yeah, because tomorrow we'll have the modern math masterclass. Yes, I will discuss for the paper 1 first. I will choose some state paper 2020. When is the next live? For the public one, it's about every Thursday 8 to 10. Alright, and then for my masterclass, modern math is Friday, but the one I have to pay 20 ringgit for modern math. And then for MF masterclass is Saturday 8 to 10. Modern math is 8 to 9:30, sorry, 1.5 hour. Alright, I hope I answer most of the questions. I can move on to the next one. Alright, so Lukman want to build a password in the computer games. The password must contain 4 digits without repetition. The different password can be formed. It's quite easy. We only have 6 numbers. We want to choose the 4 numbers here to actually form the password. But password, you have to ask yourself, does the arrangement matter or not? If the arrangement matter, use P. 6 number, choose 4. Done. Okay, 6P4. Use a calculator, alright? 6P4. Yeah, it's 360. Done. Very easy. Alright, then the different passwords. Okay, they want to form a password. And it must be an odd number and must greater than 4,000. So 4 digits here, when it's greater than 4,000, that's been the first digit here. I can only put either 4, 5, or 7. And then over here, they want to make sure this is odd number. So the last digits must be odd number. So it's 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, then we have some problem here because we are repeating about 5 and 7 here. Because here they say without repetition. This is the reason why we kind of need to separate this one into 2 cases here. Okay, I would say begin with 4. And this one is begin with 5 or 7. Okay, beginning with 4 is quite straightforward. The first number must be 4. Last digit can be any number I want, which is 4 choice here, is 4 here. And this is 1 choice for first number, which is 1. The middle one, after you use 2 number, you have 6 number, right? After you use 2 number, you still have 4 number. So you have 2 places here. 4 number, you want to choose 2. And then multiply them. You should get some number here. 4 multiply 4 P2. 48 here. Alright, then, okay, if the number begin with 5 or 7, what happened? Example, begin with 5, or begin with 7. So if begin with 5, I want to make sure the last digit doesn't have 5 there, which is 1, 3, 7. Begin with 7 will be 1, 3, 5 here. Because I want to make sure it doesn't repeat each of the number. So here will be 3 choice here. Here will be 1 choice. And the middle is still the same. 4 numbers still left. I will choose 2 here. They multiply. And realize both of these one will be the same here. So multiply 3. So basically, this is the reason why I use all. Because they are the same example. So therefore, I will use the same value here. I will multiply 2. Because when you begin with 5 or begin with 7, both will give you the same value here. So then I type in the calculator. 2 multiply 4p2 multiply 3. 32. So I will plus with 48. Yeah, so the total will be 120. So in order to get the number which are odd number and greater than 4,000, yeah, you should have 120 way of arranging the number. So until now, I don't know how to differentiate permutation and combination. It's very easy. So okay, the most obvious difference among both of them is for permutation, arrangement matter, and for combination, arrangement doesn't matter. So yeah, if you watch my video before, I always use the font. Let's say today you have a phone. Let's say I have a iPhone here. If today I set my password for my iPhone, it's like 1 2 3 4. Okay, my password is 1 2 3 4. So if you want to like enter my phone here, you type 1 2 4 3. Can you enter my iPhone or not? Definitely you cannot, right? Because my iPhone will say the password is incorrect. So in this case, it means arrangement matter because both example here, I also use the same number, isn't it? I also use the 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just rearrange 3 and 4, and then I will form a new password. I just sort one of the number, and then I will get a new password. In that case, we call arrangement matter. If arrangement matter, basically we will use the permutation. Okay, when will be the example of arrangement doesn't matter? So let's say today, I want to choose 2 girl or 2 boy from your class to join a swimming competition. So no matter how I select the 2 girl or 2 boy from your class there, I do not need to arrange the boy and girl, isn't it? Because I just want to select them to join the competition. So I don't need to arrange them, isn't it? So in those kind of example, like arrangement doesn't matter, yeah, so therefore you will use combination. But definitely we have some cases is quite close one. Sometimes it's quite hard to differentiate one. So, but over here I don't want to go too deep about that. Yeah, you can go to find out a lot of video in YouTube, not only my channel. You can go to other YouTube channel to check out permutation and combination. I believe that they have a lot of good video to discuss about this thing. Alright, because if not, I can't finish the 25 question. I hope you can understand. I only left about 50 minutes. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, 2 pens are taken at random from a box. Find the probability both pens are same color. So this is probability question and quite straightforward. But I don't like they use blue and black because so many other color, blue and black both also start with the letter B. I can use yellow start with Y. But anyways, let's do it. So basically I want to find the probability of red plus the probability of blue plus the probability of black. Okay, just allow me to be a bit lazy here. This one stands for blue, okay? This B stands for black. Okay, but because I believe in XBM, they will not use the same letter because it's very confusing for some students as well. So, alright, so, okay, 2 pens are taken at random from a box. Find the probability both pens are same color. Okay, so right now, you need to ask yourself in this case, because the question doesn't say replacement or not. So when you want to select two pen, will you replace the first red color and then you select another red color? Because this one kind of need your common sense here. So yeah, same idea. If I want to select two boys from the class to join a test competition, you imagine, will I select Ali come out first, and then I put the Ali go back, and then I select Ali again, which is not possible and doesn't make sense, isn't it? So therefore, in some example like this, is like automatically is without replacement. The question will not tell you without replacement, but you just ask yourself, if you want to select two red pen, there's meaningless if you take out the first red pen and then put it back and then you select one more red pen again, isn't it? Of course, depend what kind of experiment you want to do. Still have the chance you want to do like that. But in this case, I will just assume it is without replacement. Okay, so therefore, I want to choose a rate. Rate is 5 out of, what is the sample space total? 15. So it will be 5 out of 15. And then since without replacement, the second red pen will be only left 4, total will be 14. Okay, if you understand the concept, you want to select blue is quite easy, 6 out of 15. The second one, -1 on the top, -1 at the bottom. So if I want a black pen, it will be 4 over 15. And then second one, multiply -1 top, -1 bottom. That's all. Alright, then I will just type everything. 5 over 15 multiply 4 over 14. If you have multiply and plus and you want the calculator to do multiply first, then you don't need to put bracket. Unless you want the calculator to do plus first, then you must put the bracket. Okay? Alright, then the calculator will tell you answer is 31 over 105. Done the part A. Both pen are the different color. It's very easy. One minus same color. Alright, so same color is 31 over 105, isn't it? So I should have 74 over 105, isn't it? 1 minus answer. Yep, done. 4 mark. It's like not really hard if you understand it. So where do you teach? Yeah, normally I will teach in KL or PJ area, but because of the MCO here in Malaysia, so right now I only teach online. So can you explain why A? Why A? Why suddenly mean why A? I don't understand your questions. Maybe some student is still watching the previous question. I'm not sure. Let's move on to question 14 here. Okay, so they tell you the area of shadow region here is H. Okay, so for this part, they ask you to find the probability between 0 to H. So they ask you to find about this area, the red color one. So for bell-shaped diagram, I know half of it actually is 0.5, isn't it? Half of the bell shape here will be 0.5. So therefore, this one is called 0.5 minus H. Because the whole thing is 0.5, isn't it? And minus H, I get to find the red color shadow region here. Alright, and then you have the modulus bigger or equals to K. This one means what? They ask about this part. K and negative K. They ask about both of this part. Because I know one of it will be H, this one will be another H. So it will be H plus H, 2H. Okay, I believe 2 mark only. Explain about question A. What happened for question A? Because this one, they ask about both pen are the same color, right? So basically mean the first color if I pick will be red color. I want to make sure the second color I pick is a red color again, because this is the meaning of same color, right? It's either I will get both is red color, or both is blue color, or both is black color. So therefore I need to select two pen. So this is how I select it. Yeah, for Isaac, I hope I do answer your question. Why not include the zero? Uh, include the zero for what? Or why not include more than zero? I'm a bit lost. Which part have the more than zero? Oh, you mean why not include the middle part, isn't it? You mean why not include this part? This one you kind of need to go to understand a little bit here. So if I have the modulus z uh, is less or equals to k, basically I'm asking about the area between negative k to positive k here. It's a little bit like quadratic inequality. So yeah, you kind of need to go to take out your reference book and look for that. They have a sort of formula for it. So if like bigger or equals to k, the area that asked for is like both sides. Less than is at the middle. So this negative k and k, this one they ask about this side. Okay, note number one, note number two. Copy down this one if you have any notebook or paper together with you. Okay, so yeah, I believe I can move on. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, so this is discrete random variable x, and I have the binomial probability distribution n equals to 4. Yeah, you see this kind of diagram very obvious. So first thing I pay attention at this one. X is bigger or equals to 2 basically mean x equals to 2 plus x equals to 3 plus x equals to 4 or equals to 0.78. So from this information, I will form one equation first. X equals to 2, which is h here. 3 will be another h here. 4 will be k here. So therefore, okay, I know 2h plus k equals to 0.78. Alright, and then I know all plus together must equals to 1, isn't it? Okay, then I will plus together k plus k, 2k, and then h plus h, 2h, and then I have a 0.14 will equals to 1. Alright, then I will have about 2h plus 2k equals to 0.86. I put here 2h plus 2k equals to 0.86. Alright, then what I want to do next is, solve the simultaneous. Over here, I just do the elimination. Alright, so I do the minus. Okay, or you can call this first equation, second equation, or then you use first equation minus the second equation. Alright, 0.78 minus 0.86. Negative 0.08. This one I minus negative k. K equals to 0.08. And I want to find the h here. I sub into any equation I want. Maybe I sub into this one. 0.78 equals to 2h plus 0.08. Yeah, solve this one using calculator. And divided by 2. Okay, answer is 0.35. Okay, quite easy the question like this, but it's actually will test like how much you understand about this thing. So Actually, the teacher actually did all the revision about this chapter in the masterclass. Yeah, if you join my masterclass, you can watch back those videos. Yeah, so that you can have some basic understanding. Yeah, I also have some free video lah. If you don't want to join, it's fine. Yeah, because some students like think that, oh, if if you don't join the masterclass, I'm not going to love you. No, it's not about the money only. Yeah, I have I think I have more than 600 videos. It's free for all the students to watch. Yeah, you can just go to watch. But just the masterclass, I prepare more like step by step and notes to help them to understand from the basic. Yeah, for different purpose. Okay, so let's go to the 16 here. How often do you live on YouTube? Yeah, for public one, I will do it every Thursday. Teacher, can I use x is less than 2 equal to 0.22? You can do that if you want. You wanted to. Yeah, you can say this one is 0.22, right? Yeah, you can find k faster. Yeah, I find out that method is actually easier. Which is x equals to which is k plus 0.14 equals to 0.22. Yeah, this one is a lot faster. Yeah, thanks for giving me these tips. You are like the Khan Academy but Malaysia version. Thanks, because the Khan Academy is like my idol. Alright, so okay, let's go to these questions. They ask us to find the radian, so I try to find some information. So they say, okay, the arc of QR is equal length to the radius. So this is r. The arc length here is r as well. Alright, so this angle we will call it pi minus theta. Okay, because the whole 180 will be pi, isn't it? So therefore, s equals to r theta, arc length formula. Alright, so my s will be r, my theta will be pi minus theta. I want to solve this one. So I will divide r over r equals to pi minus theta. So therefore, theta will equal to pi minus 1. Done. If I want write in the number, by pi is 3.142, right? Minus 1 is 2.142 radian. Okay, done the part A. Okay, then we go to the part B. They ask you to find the area of QOP. QOP, alright, I believe they asked about this area. If the radius is given is A. Alright, then I will just use the formula. Half r square theta 2.142. Alright, then type everything in the calculator lah. This one is 64. 2.142. Alright, it will be 68.544. Yeah, centimeter square. Yeah. Still have 9 more questions. I hope you haven't fallen asleep yet. Is the formula given in the exam? We need to memorize. Yeah, no need to memorize. How to know is pi minus theta? Yeah, very, very good questions. Okay, first thing is you have to understand. For semicircle, the angle at the middle is always pi. Because pi actually means 180 degrees, isn't it? Just this one in radian, the other one in degree. So every straight line will be 180 degrees, isn't it? So therefore, but in this topic, we only use radian, we don't use degree. This is the reason why I don't write 180 minus theta. I write pi minus theta because, yeah, it's, the whole thing is pi, isn't it? Man love for Bangladesh. Yeah, I have quite a lot of Bangladesh students. Yeah, well, welcome. I hope my IGCSE content actually can help you. Is exam from SBP hard? I don't know. A lot of students will say SBP is quite hard, but among all the state paper I do, I think SBP is considered okay one. It's not like very hard. If you ask me about MRSM and SBP, I definitely say MRSM is harder than SBP. but like this few months, I got so many requests about SBP paper. is the Teo Xiang is my friend because I have a teacher friend also have the same name there. If teacher feel difficult, then GG for student. Yeah, this is the problem about K-bar questions lah. Because I don't know, Malaysia recently like they come out a lot of uh different K-bar questions. Some K-bar question is like so hard until some other teacher also like PM me to ask me how to solve the K-bar question. So you can see, yeah, some K-bar question is terrible hard. Alright, so let's move on here. Cosec is very easy. Cosec is 1 over sine theta. So which is 1 over square root 1 minus k square. Done. Cos 90 minus theta, I kind of need to memorize that. This one equals to sine theta. Okay, so this is square root 1 minus k square. Alright, just a half angle is a little bit hard here. So normally if I want to get the sine half angle, I will get from the cos 2 theta formula. Cos 2 theta formula is given, isn't it? Okay, so one of the formula is cos square minus sine square, right? But I don't want this one. I want the one only have sines only. So cos square I can change into 1 minus sine square, isn't it? So I will get 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So I will use this one to form my half angle formula. I will use because the double angle formula is given in your formula list, but the half angle formula is not given. So this is the reason why I kind of need to like solve. I want to work out the half angle formula by myself. Okay, definitely I memorized already, but then I want the student can do it by themselves here. So I will let theta equals to a over 2 because I want half angle. Okay, or because you want to have theta in that. So this one I call it as a here. Okay, then I will say okay. Then let a become theta over 2. Alright, then I will sub into here. Theta over 2, 1 minus 2 sine square, theta over 2. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to make the sine theta over 2 as a subject. Then I move around 2 and 2, I simplify. So I will say 2 sine square theta over 2 equals to 1 minus cos theta here. Alright, then I will move this 2 to the other side, divided by 2. And then I'll move the square to the other side. It will become the square root here. Done. So this is the formula I want here. Okay, so then maybe I will write down my formula. Square root 1 minus, right bottom a little bit. Square root 1 minus cos theta over 2. So right now I want to form the cos theta here. I don't have cos theta. They tell me theta is obtuse angle. Then I want to draw a triangle at my obtuse angle. Obtuse angle at the second quadrant at the Q2. Okay, so my theta is here. Since sine is this one, so it's like over 1, isn't it? So sine is what? Sine is OH. So this one is square root 1 minus k square. This is 1. Alright, then I want to find the adjacent here. I will just use the Pythagoras. So which is 1 square minus opposite square, and then I square root it. So square and square root I cancel. 1 minus 1 is 0, and then k square root I get k. So this one is k. But then not yet finished. Imagine this is x-axis, this is y-axis. K actually is before the y-axis, isn't it? So it must be negative value. It must have the negative value. So therefore, my cos theta here should be AH, right? A over hypotenuse. You just go back to SOHCAHTOA, so it's negative K. So what I want to do next is, I will sub the negative K into my cos here. So you should see plus K. Done. Okay, so therefore, this is how you do the half angle. First, you want to from the double angle there to find out the sine half angle formula. After you get the sine half angle formula, you need to draw out the triangle, and then to get what is the cos theta, and then sub into that. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys doesn't come in the group chat here to discuss others, to disturb others. Yeah, because I'm a bit lazy to block any of our students, so don't make me do that. So, if negative k, so we do need to put negative again, as cos is in the second quadrant. Yeah, you don't need to. Basically, in this case, cos theta is negative k already. You just plug in the whole negative k into your cos theta, into your formula. If your formula have the cos theta, right, you just substitute it in. So, okay, if you don't understand B, okay, B basically is a sort of formula. But if you want me to explain about the formula, I try my best, because we know sine 90 minus theta equals to cos theta, and cos 90 minus theta equals to sine theta. Alright, so if I want me to explain this one, normally I prefer like this. Okay, I know sine 30 will equals to cos 60 because of this formula. But let's see my prediction correct or not. You see, sine 30 is 0.5 or 1 over 2. And then cos 60 is still the same, 1 over 2. Okay, or you might think, oh sir, because you remember the number, right? Okay, let's do some number I cannot remember one. Like sine 10. And then I say, oh, because I know sine 90 minus theta will equal to cos theta. So I know, oh, this one will equals to the cos 80. Let's see. Sine 10, you actually get 0.1736. Let's see what happened for cos 80. You get back 0.1736. You get back the exactly same value, isn't it? Yeah, correct. Thanks for the student who remind me the name. Yes, it's called complementary angle. So yeah, so basically the easiest way I can teach is like, you just memorize it. If you don't like to memorize, you die want to understand it, you need to draw the triangle. Yeah, it is something, will take me some time to explain about this thing, but I try. Right, this is 90 minus theta. Let's say this is A, B, and C. Okay, so let's say sine theta first. Sine is what? OH, right? So it's B over C. Okay, so if I go into the cos 90 minus theta, so I focus at the angle 90 minus theta, right? Cos is what? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? B over C. Since both is B over C, I can sub into each other. Then I can say, oh, cos 90 minus theta equals to sine theta. Yeah, maybe this triangle can help you understand better. But I'm so sorry, I don't want to waste time at this part here, because most of the students can just memorize it easily. So if you can't, you just remember the way I typed in the calculator just now. Okay, so yeah, you can also apply the formula cos A minus B. Definitely yes. Yeah, cos A minus B will equal to cos A cos B plus sine A sine B, right? You can use that formula, no problem. Okay, so is it okay? So I will just move on to the next one. 18. Alright, this indices is like very easy. So yeah, let's do it. 25 is 5 square. Alright, so I multiply 2 for both. 125 is 5 power of 3. So I multiply 3 for both. Alright, then divide basically means minus at the power. I'm sorry. So 2x minus 3x, negative x. Alright, then never mind. And then 2y plus 3y, 5y. So this is 5x. Never mind. Step by step. Straight away do, some student might feel a bit confused. So minus x plus mean multiply, right? 5 power of 5y. Alright, right now, I know this one is 1 over 5 power of x. Multiply. This is 5 power of y, power of 5 here. Now I can substitute the thing I want. So 5 power of x is p, right? This is 1 over p multiply q power of 5. So I can say it's q power of 5 over p. Alright, done. 3 mark. Of course, if I do myself, maybe I will skip the step like this lah. I will straight away do. But then over here, I try to provide more steps so that when you rewatch this video, at least you understand how I do this. Okay. Number 19, log questions. So they ask you to express in the simplest form and then y in terms of x. Alright, this one is about simplified about the log. So you see how I simplified. First, I move the 4 to the top, become the power here. So which is x squared y power of 4. And then I group all the log together. So I will move to the other side, become minus log 10x plus log 10y. Or equals to 3 over 2. Alright, so the first step is, first I move the 4 to the top first, and then I group whatever have log in one side, and then 3 over 2 is the only number without the log I will put at the other side. Alright, then this one I will just for both. So this one is x power of 4. Square root power of 4, you get y square. Alright, and then divide basically mean minus mean divide, right? After I factorize out the log 10 here. And then plus mean multiply. Okay, you get 3 over 2. Then I simplify lah. This is cube. I multiply y cube. Log 10 I move to the other side. 10 power of 3 over 2. This one will be x cube y cube. Okay, then I want to express y in terms of x. Then we'll just solve a little bit here. I power 1 over 3 for both sides, okay? I power 1 over 3 for both sides. Basically, I cube root for both sides. Why I want to do that? Because I can simplify it easily. 10 power 1 over 2. Then y will equals to square root 10 over x. Okay, so yeah, this is how I do the question like this. How can I apply your masterclass? You just go to check the description. I do share a link there. Click the link, make the payment, you can join the masterclass already. Okay, so far so good. This log question, I won't say it's very easy, but it's not that bad also. Yeah, you kind of have a lot of indices knowledge needed for this part. Alright, let's move on to 20. We have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6 more questions. Alright, so let's do about this one. Coordinate Q, which is y-intercept. I say y-intercept, x equals to 0. X-intercept, y equals to 0. Just memorize it. Okay, so I make x equals to 0 first. So x is 0. My y will be y over k equals to 1. Y equals to k. So it will be 0k. Okay, then for coordinate p, y equals to 0. I want to find y is x here. So when y equals to 0, I have 2hx over 3 equals to 1. Because 0 divided by k, I will still get the 0, okay? So, yeah. So, x will equals to 3 over 2h. 3 over 2h. And then I want to find the gradient of PQ. So, yeah. Gradient, just use the coordinate now. Y minus y over x minus x. So it's k over negative 3 over 2h. Then it can become negative 2hk over 3. Okay, so yeah, done. This will be the answer for C. Y1 over 3. Yeah, okay, maybe I do too fast here. Okay, okay, let me explain a little bit here. Yeah, to eliminate the power. Some students understand that it will be good, but if you cannot understand, I try my best to explain again. Okay. So basically, this is like this. I have an x cube and y cube. I can factorize out the cube if I wanted to. And then this is 10 power of 3 over 2. So I just like cube root for both sides. Okay? Because cube root basically means what? Cube root basically means power 1 over 3, isn't it? Yeah, but because if you know about indices, yeah, the get rid of it is to power 1 over 3 for both sides. But if you don't get the power 1 over 3, it's fine. It's just cube root for both sides. Then you cube root, you can simplify with cube, right? And then cube root over here, this one you kind of need to go back to the indices again. But if I do myself, I will use cube root, I simplify with cube, I left 1 like this. Then xy, power 1 over 2 means square root, isn't it? Then y, I will get square root 10 over x. Yeah, so for Kelly-san, I hope I do help you understand that. If you still don't understand, maybe you can try to do some revision about indices. Alright, next questions. Question 21 here. Perpendicular bisector, very easy. Find the midpoint first, then find m2, then form the equation y minus y1 equals to m2 lah, x minus x1. Alright, if you have any notebook with you, copy down this 3 steps. This is the information needed for you to find the perpendicular bisector. Or how to get 10. Yeah, basically you move the log base 10 to the other side, you will get 10 over there. I'm using the formula just now. Log AB equals CB equals to A power of C. If you don't understand this, you need to go to revise some basic log. Okay, so let's come back to these questions. Alright, first thing is I do about midpoint. Alright, this coordinate is called 9, 0. Okay, midpoint is x plus x plus x over 2. Okay, 9 plus negative 3 is 6. 6 over 2 will be 3 here. Okay. Then 8 plus 0 over 2, which is 4. Okay. And then I want to do the m2, I need to find m1 first, which is the gradient. 8 minus 0 over negative 3 minus 9. So this 8 over negative 12 will be negative 2 over 3. So in order to find an m2, you need to know the formula m1 multiply m2 equals to negative 1. Alright, so m2, this one is negative 2 over 3. You multiply, you should get m2 equals to 3 over 2. Alright, I got 3 over 2 here. Alright, then my x1 and y1 will be my coordinate of midpoint here. So y minus 4 equals to 3 over 2 x minus 3. Yeah, solve this one, I done. So this is 3 over 2x minus 9 over 2 plus 4. Yeah, you just solve this equation. This one will be 8. So we 1 over 2. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything you can do? Yeah, midpoint formula is very easy. X plus x over 2, y plus y over 2. Yeah, IGCSE normally is quite hard for their coordinate geometry topics. Okay, 22. Unit vector. Okay, unit vector, just memorize vector of A. Unit vector of A will be vector of A over length of A. Okay, if A equals to the xy, then this one will be just 1 over x squared plus y squared square root Pythagoras. This one is how we find the length, right? Xy. Okay, this is unit vector of A. Okay, so if you understand the idea, this one is quite easy. So if the question asks about unit vector of u, so basically it's 1 over a squared plus b squared, because I want to find the length of u. Okay, this one is how to do the length, basically is the Pythagoras. Okay, this one will be a squared plus b squared. But why you have 1 over here? Because you separate them. This one if I take out the a here, I take it out, then I will get 1 over magnitude multiply the vector a. Yeah, because some students might start to ask me why have the 1 over there. how to get 3, 4? I'm using the midpoint formula. Am I do too fast for midpoint formula? Okay, never mind, I slow it down. Alright, so negative 3 plus 9 over 2, comma, and then 8 plus 0 over 2. Okay, this is how I get the midpoint. And how can I have all these things? Is follow the midpoint formula. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. For last answer for question 20, can I just answer 10 power 1 over 2 rather than square root 10? Yeah, should be okay. Alright, so question 23 here. So the position vector of A, B, and C relative to the O. So normally when I read the sentence like this, I prefer to write OA is 3, 1 because 3j plus 3i plus 1j. I write on the top, j I write at the bottom. This one is called column vector. So OB will become 5, negative 2, and OC will become lambda, negative 6. Then I no need to waste so much time to keep writing ij there. What do they mean by unit vector to you? They want to know about one unit of the vector. This is the meaning of unit vector. Yeah, you just memorize about unit vector formula, but if you really want to ask me about unit vector, I can give you some example. Let's say u equals to 3, 4. You want to find the length of 3, 4, right? This one basically means 3 unit here, 4 unit here, isn't it? The Pythagoras tell me 3, 4, this one will be 5, isn't it? So that means this, the whole vector u here, if I want to, because total I have 5 unit, right? Unit vector, they want to know, how about 1 unit? Basically mean this one, I can cut it into the 5 different unit. So this one is called unit vector. 1 unit of the vector. So this is the reason why you have 1 over 5 multiply 3, 4. Because you take it in a 5 part, isn't it? Yeah, if you can memorize certain keywords, actually can help you do a lot faster. Right. So let's go into this one. They'll ask you to find a lambda. They tell you one information, which is super important keyword, which is a collinear. So collinear means what? Collinear basically means they are in the same line. So same line, normally I would just say, oh, AB will equals to the lambda BC. But because in this case, lambda already being used here. So I don't use lambda anymore. I use the mu here. Yeah, the m, I don't know why they read as a mu, but yeah. So I use the m here to represent it. So why I can suddenly write like this? Because I can always write like this in 2 conditions. First is collinear, obviously. Second is whenever they say parallel. Okay, so therefore I will just insert AB is what? AB will be AO plus OB. Mu here. This one will be BO plus OC. Alright, then I will solve it. AO will be negative 3, negative 1. Add a negative for it to get the OA become AO. Okay, OB will be like this. This is not plus, this is equal. Then BO will be negative 5, 2. Add a negative for it. This one will be lambda negative 6. Alright, just solve this one, then you will get the answer easily. This one should be 2, negative 3. And then this one should be lambda minus 5 and negative 4. Alright, then comparing the J here, then I should know negative 3 equals to the mu negative 4. Then mu will equals to 3 over 4 here. Okay. And then because I want to find a lambda, then I will comparing the I here. So 2 will equals to 3 over 4 lambda minus 5 here. So this one is 8 over 3 equals to lambda minus 5. Lambda will be 15. 15 will be 20. Use a calculator. 23 over 3, right? Yeah, 23 over 3. Alright, and then some student might ask me why do I choose A, B, and B, C? Because I see the part B already. They asked me to do a fraction about A, B, and B, C. Because for collinear, right, I can choose A, B equals to the mu A is AC if I want. Yeah, not necessarily must choose B, C one. As long as A, B, C, I choose any of the two letters. So in this case, because I see this one, so I like sort of play cheat already. So I can save myself some time. Right now, I sub my M into here. So therefore, my AB will equals to 3 over 4 BC. So AB over BC will equals to 3 over 4. So this answer is just 3 over 4. Done. Okay. Can I choose AB and CB? Yeah, you can, but I will not do that because what? Because for vector, I will always want to make sure that in the same direction, isn't it? Because AB and CB is kind of opposite direction. So if you're not sure, you just like draw a line for A, B, and C. So if like AB, you realize the direction is going here, right? It's going this direction. But if you suddenly you go to CB, your direction is opposite already. So normally we try to avoid those kind of opposite direction. So yeah, you make your calculation so weird. You can do that, but you need to add a negative by yourself. But I will not recommend you to do that. Okay. Alright, last few please. Okay, what is this question about? 24. Complete a square. But it's sort of the K-bar question this one. It's not like super K-bar, but yeah, it's not easy either. Okay, so right now, diagram 12 show a water rocket is launched from the point A. So the height in the meter of the rocket t second after it launched. So he form a quadratic equation by this equation. So when with the point A, the origins as the origin. So AB is a horizontal line. Okay, so it takes 9 seconds to reach the point B. This is super important. 9 seconds means what? It means from here, he go all the way to the point B here. It takes 9 seconds. So because this one is called parabola graph, basically it will be symmetry here. So therefore, I know at the middle here, he basically time will only take half of the 9 seconds. So which is 4.5 seconds only. Because what? Because right now, based on the equation given here, HT, I know my y-axis will be the height here, and my x-axis will be the time here. So because of that, I understand my t here should be my maximum point, isn't it? Because complete a square, you can take out the maximum point. The maximum point is what? PQ, right? So because of this one t over here is 4.5. I know my p value equals to 4.5. Okay, so if you can understand that, then yeah, we'll form a new equation equal to negative t minus 4.5 square plus q. Right now the question asks me to find the maximum height. Maximum height, which is q here, okay? Q will be the maximum height. So what I want to do right now is, yeah, I want to solve it to find out the Q here. Yeah, I can use the 9 second here. So that means when I do the H9 here, I will get the 0, isn't it? Because at 9 seconds itself, the rocket actually like stop at the floor itself. So therefore, negative 9 minus 4.5 square plus q equals to 0, because I'm trying to find the q using this information. So this one is 4.5 square, isn't it? After you move to the other side. Yeah, so the final answer for maximum height should be 20.25. So maximum height here will be 20.25 meter. Are they using the meter here? Yeah, they're using the meter here. A little bit tricky here. Okay, so first is how to get a 4.5, because the total they actually take a 9 second. So therefore, because of this N shape is like so perfect, they call parabola shape. So therefore, the maximum height will happen at half of the time. So which is 4.5 seconds. Yeah, I have a little bit of running nose. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you might need some time to digest this one. And how come H9 equals 0? Because at 9 seconds itself, the rocket actually touched the ground, isn't it? Touch the ground, the height will be just 0. Okay, so, 4 mark. Last one. Okay, progression. So, an athlete run the first kilometer at 4 minutes, so his speed reduced. So in such a way, each kilometer actually takes 5% longer than the persisting mile. Alright, they are using the mile here. So assuming the length of the marathon is 26 km, find the total time in hours and minutes for him to complete the marathon. Alright, so so A will be 4 minutes. Then the next 1 km, it will actually take like 5% longer. So I should know the R should be 100% plus 5%. So which is 105%, which is 1.05. So I do 4 multiply 1.05, then I can estimate the time for next km, which is 4.2 minutes. So if I know how about the next km, it will be 4.41 minutes and so on. So over here, at least you should be able to see the pattern here. So like A will equals to 4, R equals to 1.05. And then in order to complete the 26 km, you know the 4 represent the first 1 km, right? Each of the km there. So therefore, they ask about S26. Okay, this is GP. So the GP, they have 2SN formula, but because my R is bigger than 1, so I will use the formula, the bottom is R minus 1, 1. Okay, ARN minus 1. So I use this formula. So 4 RN minus 1 over R minus 1. The formula is given, but then you have 2 formulas. You need to know like which formula to choose here. Okay, then you just type everything in the calculator, right? 4 multiply 1.05 power of 26 minus 1. And then bottom will be 1.05 minus 1. Right, I take quite long here, which is 204 minutes. But I don't want minutes. The answer want hours and minutes. So what I will do is I divide 60 first to find how many hours I have. Oh, it's about 3 hours. But this is 0.41 hour, which is what I don't want. I want to change this one into a minute. I will minus 3 hours first. Then all this is hour. I will change in a minute. I multiply 60. So which is 24 minutes. Yeah, you see how I convert hour and minute just using the calculator, right? Alright, so yeah, finally. Just nice at 10 right now. We're done already. Let's see, is there any questions? Sir, can you give some advice on how to further improve my MF so that my maintain A minus? For now, I'm doing yeah, I tell a lot of my students only one way to improve your MF: see more pattern of the MF questions. When I say pattern means what? When you do the past year many times, you only see specific pattern only. Like completing a square, you need to know how many pattern it can come out for completing a square. Sometimes they give you diagram and then they ask you to find the maximum, or sometimes they give you a completing a square equation and then from there they want you to take the maximum minimum value, or sometimes they can even give you the equation which is you haven't do the convenience square, and then they ask you to do the convenience square yourself, or sometimes they will ask you to sketch the graph. So you can see this is all the different pattern, even for one small topic like convenience square. They can come out about 4 to 5 pattern of the questions. So in order to like very good in MF, you kind of need to see many pattern of the question of each of the very subtopics. Yeah, so like my advice is like I believe definitely some students like were afraid of certain topic. So for those topic you think you are weak at, right now you still have about 3 months. So you just go to those topic and see like as many pattern as possible, and then trying to understand it, not memorize it but understand it, so that yeah, when the exam come out one of the pattern, the exam will normally just change the number, then you should be able to easily solve it. So if the minutes is like more than 0.5, yeah, you can round up like become 25 minutes, no problem. So yeah, not every night will have the MF, like every alternate Thursday. Because this week if you do MF, next week we will do about the modern math. Yeah, every Thursday 8. Alright, so yeah, we have about 163 students to yeah, accompany me until like 10 o'clock. So yeah, thanks for participate. So yeah, if you want to join the MF Masterclass tomorrow, make sure you register, because I will share the links. Only students who register can see the link. So if you haven't registered, then there's no way you can see the link. So if you want to join the masterclass for MF, which is Saturday, make sure you click the link at the description below so that you can join also. Yeah, I teach a little bit fast here because 25 questions I finished like less than 2 hours. KSSM Form 5 was so horrible. Yeah, I see the syllabus already, but I haven't got chance to see the real question, so I want to see what's the difference. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's all for this live streaming. If anyone of you want to watch the playback, yeah, I think it will upload to my YouTube channel about few hours or maybe 1 hour after this live streaming. Yeah, I will highly recommend you to go to download this paper and do one more time. Then only those parts you don't understand, you can just watch my playback video here. When will the KSSM Form 5 Masterclass start? I think all the KSSM syllabus I will start after the SPM done. So maybe I will start on March, or yeah, after I finish the SPM next year. Because right now I want to focus at my SPM student for this channel. So, and it also help me to share to your friend about my channel, because I need 4 more thousand to reach 100,000. So I hope you guys can help me share this channel. Ask your friend come to like my channel, or ask your junior come to like my channel, or even your teacher come to like my channel. I need 4 more thousand subscribers. Alright, I will see you guys next week for public student, for my masterclass student. I will see you guys tomorrow for modern math, and Saturday for MF. Alright, see you around in my YouTube channel. Bye bye. Yeah, about what paper tomorrow I will upload to my community tab tomorrow. Then only I let you know, because I'm not sure yet. Okay, bye bye. Yeah, let me use my own bye bye emoji, which I designed myself. Yeah, tomorrow paper I will let you know again. Just chill, okay, for Kelly.